What's up, YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, we're going to talk about negotiating with recruiting clients. Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. Thanks for checking out this video, by the way. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and also join our Facebook group, link in description. 10,000 recruiters in the group, tons of free information. You definitely want to be there. All right, so jumping right into it, I'm going to give you 3 specific tips on how you can negotiate a really good deal with your recruiting clients. So in any contract for recruitment, there are always 3 items on the table. Those items are your fee, the percentage that you're charging for the candidate, they're your guarantee, the amount of time that you are going to let elapse before you're off the hook to replace that candidate, and also your net terms, the amount of time before you collect your money after a candidate is hired. I like to refer to these 3 items as the 3 levers. These being 3 levers that you can push and pull and move around to basically benefit your client, benefit yourself, move it around so that everyone has a fair deal at the end of the day and it's equitable and it works. And these are the 3 things that are going to make your deal happen. The negotiation basically depends on all 3 of these being in the right spot. So number 1, let's talk about the fee. If your client doesn't like your fee, well, here's the thing. The 2 other levers, your net terms and your guarantee, might have to change. So for instance, if you have a 15% fee and they're like, we don't love 15%, we'd really rather have you go down to 10%. Well, what you're going to do is say, well, we really don't like your 45-day guarantee. We want to take that down to 25 days instead. And basically, when one lever moves, the other 2 have to move as well. Maybe just one, but sometimes both. So let's talk about next the guarantee. Usually this is around 30 days, a 30-day period where if somebody quits or if they're fired, you have to replace them by contract up to 1 time maximum. Always remember that. Generally, clients want a really long guarantee. Of course they do, because why wouldn't they? They want you to guarantee that you'll replace somebody in 45 days, 90 days. They would take it 6 months if they could. But of course, being recruiters, we don't want to chase our money. We don't want to replace people. We don't want to do anything like that. So we want shorter guarantees, which means we should be flexible on other levers, i.e. your fee and your net terms. So if the guarantee the client wants is something like 90 days, right? And your net terms are set at, 7 days, like you want your money 7 days after the candidate is hired. Well, let's say you take that 90-day guarantee, cut it in half, but then you say, I'll get my money net terms in 30 days rather than 7. Ideally, it would be great to get your check in 7 days, but at the end of the day, I'm fine with getting my money in 30 days if I can cut that 90-day guarantee down to 45 days. Like, that's really, really good negotiation. Now, the key here is that your client sees it the same way you do, mano y mano, eye to eye, right? They have to understand that you're giving something and they're getting something, right? So everybody's got to win at the table. Otherwise, there's no deal. So with that being said, the client needs to like what you're saying. So it has to make sense. Think about it before you throw it out there and offer them whatever you're offering them. All right, so that 3rd lever is going to be your net collection terms. Like I said, these can be from anywhere from 7 days to 14 days, 30 days, 90 days. It really depends on the position and the client. So oftentimes in tier 3 level roles, those would be like finance, legal, medical, etc., high level stuff. Oftentimes, they'll want 90-day guarantees because they want to train the person for 30 to 45 days. Then they want to see performance, and then they want to see return and all this kind of stuff until they let you off the hook. Sometimes that's totally fair to have a 90-day guarantee. If you're placing a high-level finance person that's going to make you like $30,000 in a fee, you can probably just deal with that. Not to mention high-level positions like finance, legal, medical, etc. Those types of roles generally don't turn over and churn and quit or get fired sooner rather than the tier 1 or tier 2 roles that are like blue collar or, general labor type roles that you would find on Craigslist, Indeed, that kind of stuff. So with that being said, it's safer for you to allow a longer guarantee if you're placing for higher roles. However, if it's a role that is not worthy of having a 90-day guarantee, like a financial analyst, entry level or something like that, that doesn't deserve a 90-day, 3-month guarantee period, then you can absolutely push back on that, right? And cut that in half and churn some of the other levers, right? So change things. Say, this guarantee does not make sense. This person doesn't need that long of a time to train. We know that. And I just want to let you know that we'd like to propose a half guarantee on that, cut it in half, and we'll also go ahead and lower our fee maybe by 3 points percentage. One thing you want to remember is that going into the negotiation, have your numbers ready. So prepare for what they are going to do. Obviously, every single client is looking out for themselves, just like you are looking out for yourself. So with that being said, understand that you're coming in with numbers that should be conservative for you, right? So that you have wiggle room. Have some space to move. For instance, if you come into a negotiation and you want a 20% fee, you want 7-day net collection terms, and you want a 30-day guarantee, those are pretty good numbers coming in with some space that you can actually move around with. When your counterpart starts pushing on your numbers and says, well, we really don't like that 20% fee, we'd like it to be lower, you can say, all right, we'll go ahead and do 17.5%. However, we are going to have to lower our guarantee, not from 30 days, but we're going to have to move it down to 20 days. And if they tell you they don't like giving you money in 7 days for net collection, you can say, all right, that's fine, but we're probably going to have to charge maybe 2 more points on percentage. So when you go into a negotiation, have your numbers prepared. Know exactly what your red lines are. Know how far you'll actually go. Know what you'll let them have. Know what you'll decrease on, increase on. Know all of those things before you actually get to the table. This is really, really important because the preparation you do beforehand is going to ultimately win you the negotiation. 3 key takeaways from this video are your 3 levers of negotiation: your guarantee period, your net collection terms, and your percentage fee. If you get those right, you've got the negotiation, you're going to win the deal. All right, guys, if you got value out of this video, please go ahead and tap that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Make sure you're in our Facebook group. Link in description. And until next time.